Hey everybody, welcome back to the Game Over Club. It is I, Retro Matt, and today it's Promoter Toolbox, where I help out fellow promoters with, anything to make your game run smoother, run better, bigger, stronger, badder, right? And today is no exception. We got Caesar Sleeze, and sometimes as a promoter, you're not too sure how, to put in a new wrestler or to bring in a new wrestler into your federation. Maybe your creative juices just are on the fritz. Sometimes it happens. You want to make things unique for wrestlers to come in and make it special, sometimes. But here I thought, what a better way, and give you 3 angles that you can give to Caesar Sleeze that you can deploy at your, at your own will for Caesar to use, or use him for any other wrestler as you may see fit. The musical theme, but here we go. So we have the Rock and Wrestling Connection, where Caesar and his band perform at a huge pay-per-view, maybe a huge supercard event. However, one of the heels comes onto the stage and on the set and starts wreaking havoc on the stage and breaking its instruments and the stage equipment setup. This is perfect for Caesar to bring him as a face. If, say, a heel wrestler and his feuding opponent were to get into a huge brawl, and the heel would break most of the equipment. Well, maybe Caesar takes exception to that. Obviously, who wouldn't? And starts fist fighting with the heel, perhaps. And maybe later on, he says in a impromptu promo that he wants to train to become a wrestler to beat up this cocky heel, and maybe the babyface can help him train Caesar into becoming a wrestler. And, maybe he gets so good at it, that maybe he wants to join the federation later on. Number 2, you could use the female wrestler angle, where one of the female wrestlers in your federation is actually married to Caesar, and he's in the front row at many of the events. And maybe again at a certain event that you pick, something goes dastardly wrong with the bride, and maybe her feuding opponent that she's feuding with, they start brawling on the outside, and maybe her teammate, be it a male or female, starts wailing on Caesar's bride, that he actually jumps the rail and starts to help out, fight off the 2 attackers. Maybe this is enough to spark an interest in him to become a wrestler, and you can have him actually kind of come into the federation right after that, and maybe he continues to support the bride and go into all of her matches, and then maybe she comes back and goes to all of his as well. So that's another way you could use it. And number 3, we have the washed up rocker angle. Now Caesar as a heel joins the federation as a once stellar musician, but got kicked out of the band for either maybe say booze or drug abuse and problems, but it made him washed up. He ends up watching an episode of say GWF, remembering his love as a fan, and then when he was a kid, maybe he wanted to become a wrestler, but then decided, no, I'll become a rock star. That was his main passion. But obviously he's all washed up now, so he tries to kick, and maybe the roster just doesn't like it. Maybe he hasn't paid his dues, as they say. So maybe you can have that first whole year as Caesar paying his dues, to become actually accepted in the roster, or maybe the heel roster, as it would be. Maybe he brings in his groupies as valets, because he has a huge ego. So there you go, guys. There are 3 angles, pre-made, ready-made for you guys to use if you want to use them for Caesar Sleeze. Let me know in the comment section down below. How would you bring in Caesar Sleeze? I actually can't wait to bring him in to the actual main federation. And I'll probably use one of these hooks, who knows. But let me know down below what you guys think. And as always, guys, later days and later levels. See you later.